Hey, so good day. We got really nice day here today so far. Rained a bit yesterday evening after supper, so I guess that's was our shot for the day. Today I got had a few orders for feed coming there over the weekend that I didn't get to, so I'm gonna make them all up here today. I think I got about 7 or 8 bags to make, so I don't think I'm gonna film all of that, but I'll film a couple of them, I guess. Here made for the day. I'm going to I'm gonna put a GPS in this one combine. We take it out and put it in the seed drill tractor every spring, and then we just move it back to the combine in the fall. Not a real hard job, but something that needs to be done for sure. So I just got up in the cab here. I got all the stuff down here on the floor except for the monitor. I'll hop back down and grab that in a minute. But I did want to say one thing. You always see the comments on some of these farm forums about Trimble being a bad product. We have we have 4 Trimble setups, 250 to 750. Product is good. One thing we found with ours though is depending on where you're at and who sells it, there seems to be in our area for sure, like a complete lack of support. It's almost like the people don't understand, at least in our experience. Whenever we had a dealer come and put it in, it was just it ended up being a nightmare. It didn't work right or whatever. But I did a bunch of my own research and found out the proper settings for some of this stuff, and yeah, they work fantastic. Like I definitely wouldn't. I mean, we have a John Deere setup in our John Deere sprayer. I mean, that's great too, but definitely did want to point that out, that there's certainly nothing to be scared of when it comes to Trimble or John Deere or any of them. I think that they're all good, just depending on if you have a good service provider or not. So I'm going to go ahead and start installing this stuff. So the first thing I got to do with this is I got to mount this motor that turns the steering wheel. You can buy, I'm sure you can buy all sorts of brackets for like the machine you want. But what my dad did, he just got some aluminum stock, and because he said like it's really easy to work with, easy to drill out and everything, and we made our own. Certainly works good. So now that's mounted on the steering wheel. It's spring loaded, so it just pops against it and goes away from it as you don't want it. Next thing is these this terrain compensator box type dealio. It measures the angle of the combine and what makes it drive straight on hills and everything even. So there's holes to bolt it down, but I found Velcro just works as good as anything. So I put some Velcro strips down here at the back, and then when you're moving this from machine to machine, it's quite a bit easier if the less wrenches you need. So I just stick that back there, and it works very well. So one thing that's worth noting about the GPS, we used to use a cigarette lighter. That's not good. You end up with a ton of problems when you're running, like all sorts of issues you'll have. It worked for a while, and then I don't know, it seemed to get worse and worse and worse. Lots of the newer machines, even some of the older ones, they have like this is a power bar to get, you know, direct power. So I just bought this adapter so we can hook it right up. Our 9610 combine actually has the proper style plug-in. So if you're running a Trimble GPS and you're having issues with it and you're still using a cigarette lighter terminal, then it's definitely worthwhile switching to direct power. And I mean, I guess depending on what the issue you're having is about, I would think that's a good place to start with troubleshooting the GPS. And then as far as mounting the monitor, just ram mounts, we decided to go ahead with the suction cup one to stick on the windows. It's just it's way handier than those clamp style ones or whatever. Like the combine, for instance, it doesn't have all those brackets like the newer tractors and stuff do to clamp the thing on. So my wife found these ram mounts that just suction cup right to the window. And then, yeah, you can, way more versatile. You move it wherever you want. One thing I definitely recommend is not leaving the monitor just on there. Like, I'm just going to stick the suction cup on the window, and the monitor I'm going to leave sitting over here on the seat. I left it hanging there one time, and with, you know, heating up and cooling down, these suction cups, they did come loose. Monitor fell down, smashed off the console. And then, yeah, you get to experience what repairing one of those costs. So if you're going to go with the ram mount, I would advise not storing it hanging from the window. We've never had it falling off going down the field, or, you know, even overnight or whatever. Oftentimes we got to clean the windows, you know, every few days anyway, so we peeled it off, washed the windows, clean the suction cups up, stick it back on. I mean, it does hold for a long time, but I mean, we wouldn't leave it sitting in there over the winter or something. So I didn't film it. That's I guess a little bit unfortunate, but it wasn't a very big thing anyways. I went to town and I got a new temperature gauge, so to replace that one, and yeah, that was the problem. So I now got one more thing fixed. Now we can get on to the bigger things. We got some belts and oil changes and stuff to do. So to change that was minor, just 4 screws up the side here, out, and then it just plugs in. Okay, so me and Buddy are, before we go in for his bath and supper, we're just gonna drain the oil out of here, and I'll change it really quick. You don't want to leave halfway through that job. So I got the key out of it, so no one can start it, and Buddy's got the wrench. We're gonna climb up. One nice thing about changing oil in the combines, and I don't know why all machinery manufacturers don't try to do this, they run the tube, so you can actually manage to get some of the oil without it just going all over the place.